Hmm?
You guys want to guest commentator?
I don't know if we can fit you in here, unfortunately.
That's the only problem.
Yeah. Broken. Yeah.
All right. Actually, Hoban's right here, and he was like, "Do you guys want a guest commentator?" So sure, why not?
Now I'm bushed out. Yeah, thanks. Cut me off. Nah, you can move it.
Which one's fine? This one?
I'll just be that guy.
Yep.
Hi, guys.
Huh? Homan asked if we wanted a guest commentator. I'm sure we're like, why not?
Yeah. Guys, I got destroyed today. I played 5 games, not matches, literally 5 games in total today, and I could not play for 4 of them. My opponent flipped Vanity's Emptiness and attacked per game for 4 out of the 5 games I played.
Yeah, like that first match was rough. It was like you had plays, and then it's just the loser turn was just too much to break through there though. And then that game too, I saw was like you had the dragon, and you're just like, what do I blow up with this? And you're like just thinking on that because you're staring down like the 2 floodgates and the.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, I think my only win condition is to like draw enemy controller, and if I pop this, I can like do enough damage if I draw an enemy controller. So I was just trying to give myself an out. But, like,
that's fair.
Draw it.
Yeah. Oh man. So, waiting for the round to start.
Seemed hyped to play him. Or scared. Like, I don't really know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure the difference, but one of them for sure.
Yeah, but Nicolai had a couple feature matches earlier. He ended up winning both of them. So,
was his opponent playing?
Once again,
I believe. Well, Desmond's playing Necros, right? Because I know Nicolai's playing Necros. So it's going to be a mirror match.
You must play your match. If the match results in a draw, oh well. But you may not choose to intentionally draw with your opponent. Also, once you are done, the way this is going to work is I'll post final standings after this round. You guys will have 3
Kamal
minutes to
is actually at table 2, I believe.
No discrepancies have been raised.
Oh no, he's at table 1.
Standings will be final, and the top 8 bracket will be finalized. At that time, top 8 players will come up to the front and will do an anonymous vote on whether they want to split or play it out. Once again, the vote will be entirely anonymous as to who wants to split or play it out. That said, welcome to the final round of Swiss. You have 40 minutes.
40 minutes? You may begin. The last round begins.
There's no way. I know Desmond, if he made top 8, he would definitely just be like, I'm not splitting. And he would just like blatantly like, it's not going to be anonymous. It's me, not his splitting.
That's fine.
Well, it's like came all the way out here.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I would definitely play.
Like, why split at that
free.
point?
You're not losing anything.
At 10 p.m. last night, we were at locals and we were like, guys, let's go to Florida. All right, cool. We just got in the car and drove all night.
You YOLO'd it.
Oh, like, did he accidentally draw an extra card?
No.
Hmm?
I think I know what's going on.
Oh, is he just...
So my impression of what's going on is Desmond's opponent passed. Desmond just
he's just like, I'm going to kill you.
Game.
Yeah, that's probably what happened here.
In his hand. That is definitely my impression of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
At
first I was confused. I was like, did he accidentally draw an extra card? And he's like, oh, wait, because, like, I know it over at the ARG events recently, they've been like, oh, well.
Nicolai just turned around and said he's going to lose. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how I met Desmond, actually. I remember he was like playing like Karakuri windups at our locals, and he would like summon the level 3 Karakuri and machine dupe it, and then overlay for in Mighty, and then like get Hunter, and then just wind up loop them like that. But every time he would have a combo, he would just like show his opponent his hand and like stand up from the table and be like, get some. Like that's like my first memory of Desmond.
Yeah, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Yeah, like this hand's just too crazy.
He has 6 combo cards, essentially. Like, it's crazy. I think if I could pick a hand, I would pick that one.
Like, I do know that Nicolai is playing the Performage stuff as well, so there is like, I don't know if he has a guaranteed kill through. What just happened?
I think Desmond's saying he messed up. And his opponent's really happy.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Hoban was playing Shadal's with his like warrior engine with the polys.
Is John just judging that at that point?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear what they're saying.
Yeah, it's just. So I'm trying to figure out what play he's gonna do here now.
I like how he picked up his hand once he messed up.
Yeah.
He didn't want to show him anymore.
It was like. Like, I'm trying to figure out exactly.
Searching off of. I guess. Sure.
Yeah, I think the shirt searched the Clissolus. I wasn't.
He had. Now, like the way he did it, he doesn't have a way to play all 3 ritual spells this turn, and like he should have just directly searched a ritual spell off the Mandrew.
Oh,
and then he could've,
okay.
Because then he would have gone like directly search one spell off the Manju, and then Kaleidoscope out of Unicorn, get a second spell, and then Colossus for the 3rd spell. But like now, since he didn't get it off the Manju, he can only ever activate 2 spells this turn.
Oh yeah, I see that. So yeah, 43. But that's a window that
That's funny.
didn't need to be there.
Yeah, Desmond sucks. But he's still singing. He's trying to serenade his opponent.
I didn't catch exactly what he drew. It looks like he drew. Did he draw Clissolus and Kaleido, I think. Now it's time to see if Nicolai can get a play to come back from this. Like he's still staring down like a really tough hand to beat.
X-Wing players, you guys have 4 minutes remaining in your round. X-Wing players, you have 4 minutes.
What do you say about X-Savers? I'm just kidding. Yeah, Desmond sucks. Like
Desmond has Valk, but we have seen earlier in one of his earlier matches, Nicolai was able to OTK through Valk because of Masquerade with Instant Fusion.
Yeah.
Like the Instant Fusion got 2 of the monsters out that he needed for Masquerade.
Masquerade is pretty crazy.
Masquerade is pretty crazy. But considering he had no turn 1 play, that looks like a Denko in his hand. I didn't know he was main decking that.
I just remember, like, when I had the idea for the clowns, I was like, this is going to be a problem later in the format where it's like, I could leave a board and get a Trish and lose, or I could not leave a board and they make Masquerade and I lose.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be a problem later. Whatever, we're going to play it anyway. Well, time to deal with it. And, sure enough,
I've been playing Masquerade with, all kinds of decks. Like, anything that can use the Star Surf engine, that's what I was first playing it with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, and I just found that it was the thing that gave you OTKs when you didn't have it, and I just feel that, any deck that can spam level 4 should be playing it. It's just too strong not to. Especially when you consider that, so many people are playing the Perform Mage engine, that it's you also have to play through, if you're trying to push for an OTK, you also have to play through a Damage Juggler. So...
Yep. It's not once per turn either. Desmond's still showing him his hand, though.
Did he pass again? Yeah, I think he passed again. It's just
That That wouldn't be good if he passed. Yeah, and he definitely has like.
I think he just wants to see as much of the deck as possible, see if there's anything interesting. Anything out of the ordinary.
Or maybe Desmond will mess up and give him another draw.
Maybe.
2 minutes remaining in your round. Again, X-Wing players, you guys have 2 minutes remaining in your round.
Is this written in?
Yeah, he got it back with the Unicorn last turn.
Is that foolish?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even think Desmond can mess this one up. Like, he just has to make Masquerade.
He's gonna cycle away the Shurret, bring back the Valk. Oh, there's a Juggler. Whether or not that's gonna be enough, I honestly doubt it, but.
Magic putting out a sheet for 80.
He just has to get the Unicorn.
Yeah.
And
then normal summon the.
Yep.
Well,
what if his opponent played like Valor? That'd be broken.
So he's gonna prep.
I was like, I'm bored. What are you doing? He's like, I'm watching Netflix and chill. I'm like, hey, you're actually not supposed to chill, right? Like, he's like, shut the fuck up. I was like,
Now someone in the chat wants to know what was up with the Brilliant Fusion Shadal thing.
Honestly, it sucked. I wouldn't do it again.
Like it was an interesting thing in concept, but it's like
I just have ideas, and then like.
Well, Brilliant Fusion's a ridiculous card. So.
Yeah, it is. But like, my strategy is literally just like I'll have ideas and then just play like off the wall stuff at events, and then like if it works, cool, you just win the event.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not really trying to like top because like, what's the point? Like I'd rather like try and win, and then like it may not work out like a fair amount of the time, but then like when you get it right, then you just win.
I know that is like.
So. It's literally Bobby Kenny on that show.
Yeah, I have like the same thought process a lot of the time, but I usually like just try and perfect the off the wall things. Like it's like I have something, I try something, and then it's like if it starts to work, I'll try and perfect it. Like right now, I'm playing this thing with like you know the Blue Blooded Oni FTK with the Black Garden. Yeah, like it uses that same Black Garden engine to get to Summoner Monk, but it's playing
broken.
Yeah, like it plays Armageddon and the Summoner Monk with Garden and stuff, and then it plays the Star Seraphs. So the deck just turbos into Star Seraphs constantly.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. And like it was already really strong, and the instant fusion for Norden just made it that much better.
Nice.
Yeah, and then other cute things with it is like since you're playing the Garden and you're playing the Terraforming, you can play Chicken Game to thin through your deck. Chicken Game combos really well. Like if you go first and you have a Star Seraph play and you can get Chicken Game, you draw a card off of it and then you blow it up with your Star Seraphs when you make like Ptolemaios or whatever.
Sick, yeah.
And it also works a lot with what's it called? With Zephyros. Like that's my other target for Armageddon is just Zephyros, fast stuff. All right, well, game one went to Desmond. Nicolai
Despite
just didn't
his best
get,
efforts to mess it up.
Yeah, Nicolai just couldn't get anything going there, period. So
I really wanted his 6 card to be a Jew. Just punish Desmond.
Can Hoban try your Infernity build at the next big event? You can talk to him about that. You can talk to him about
Infernity. That. Someone told me about an Infernity deck with what are they called? The Ignite cards?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Like you just don't have any, like they're not spell, or like they're spells essentially. So like
yeah, it's like any extra ones you have, you just
are always your worst hands. But like now they're just amazing hands. I don't know, it seems cool.
Unfortunately,
I think the problem is like the extra deck still sucks because like every Necros monster is like an anti-extra deck card.
Yeah.
So like I think that's the biggest problem for pretty much every deck right now.
Yeah. Like you every time I make any sort of rank 4 deck, it's just like the biggest thing you have to worry about is how do I deal with Unicorn?
Yeah.
And sometimes your options aren't much better than, well, I'm gonna try and make a Rebellion Dragon and run it over.
A lot of time I make decks, I'll just be like, all right, how am I gonna beat this? Well, Necros wants to go second, so I'll just go first, and then like I'll just do stuff before they can put up Unicorn.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if they summon Unicorn first, ah man, they got it.
Brilliant Fusion and Ritual Beast.
See, every time I hear the word Brilliant Fusion now, I just like automatically think Garnet in my mind. And like there was one game at the YCS where I opened double Brilliant Fusion, double Garnet, and I only played 3 Brilliant Fusion and 2 Garnet. So like I
you
had
just
4
literally had
bricks
4
in my
deck
hand,
cards.
and I'm like, and every time I hear Brilliant Fusion, I just automatically associate
there's
with
one
that.
build of Ritual Beast that topped a regional a couple weeks ago that was playing Brilliant Fusion, and it was playing Lazuli and Amber as it was playing like one of each. And it was like and it played 1 clown. So it's like you could dump the clown to make Seraphonite and get your double normal summon, turning like any beast and tamer into like Elder Canahawk. And then you also played the Prismora, so you could, so then your Brilliant Fusion could dump the Canahawk to your graveyard if you opened Lara or Pilica.
I don't know the names, but that's the one that summons.
Yeah, the ones that summon from the 2 yeah. So you could bring it back from the graveyard with Lara or Pilica, either one that summons from grave, and then it just gave you more combos. It was interesting. It was like a really turbo build. Like the only traps they played were like I think they literally only played 3 steeds and 2 ambush and no other traps. And it played
My kind of deck, yeah. Traps suck.
Yeah, so it was like those like purest Infernity decks towards the end where it's like they played the barrier and the 3 break and that was the only traps they played. Yeah, but then it played terraforming with Chicken Game and then the Zephyr Field spell to search out the one that could summon from the graveyard. So it was like you just had all these different combinations. I have no idea.
That seems unnecessary. It's crazy. So like Barrier's obviously like a really good card, but I remember when it was a 3, I was like, I think this card would be better as a 1-of, because like I want to be able to stop one thing like a dark hole or whatever, but then like the breaks can do everything else, and like if I draw the breaks by themselves, they're just way better. I was like, I think it would actually just be better to only play 1 barrier, and then Konami limits barrier like a month after I did that, I'm like, man, they made the deck better. Like they forced people into making their deck better.
They want me to come over and tell you that they're both shadow side.
Oh, okay.
The Munchkin Adventure.
Oh, they must be X2.
They're taking out like 15.
They're taking out 15 cards.
Yeah, they weren't taking out random, but they were both shadow siding, like just like smoke screening, shuffling in their whole side deck and just siding out the stuff. And they both agreed to side out emptiness. So. So, more questions. First is, what do you think of Mermail's post Norden? And apparently, someone else wants to know if you're from Indiana.
No, I'm not from Indiana. What's up, babe? And Mermail's, I think, I don't really know what I think. I haven't played like a ton lately, but like,
yeah, like I can agree there. It's like. I know that I've seen the deck's plays, and it definitely got stronger, but I don't know if it's like competitive stronger at the moment.
Yeah, I think they still have like the Unicorn problem actually. Like it seems like they can make rank 4s really well, but then rank 4 still lose to Unicorn once you do. And it's like, what am I gonna summon a Megalo and try and attack a Unicorn? Like that doesn't seem like a good strategy.
Doesn't seem like the best
I'm not
option.
gonna win a tournament by doing that. So like, I don't know. It doesn't seem amazing. But I love Mermails. I hope they're good. Prove me wrong.
The deck
please.
definitely. The deck.
Have you guys heard what they're doing?
Yeah.
They're putting their entire side decks in except for Emptiness, and they're taking out 14 random cards.
Oh, 14 random cards.
Yes.
Oh wow.
My first thought when
That's
I heard
not
that, I said
even-
it must be X2.
Well, they're X11.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like the winner of this probably makes it in. Loser does not.
Oh, I feel like this is really smart for Desmond actually, because like, there's the whole. I don't really like the Necros Mirror anymore because there's the whole thing where I was talking about where you either like leave a field and get Trish, or don't leave a field and die to Masquerade, and like Desmond's up a game, so like he could just like afford to essentially just roll the dice and like.
It's
Maybe, like, sure, it'll either work out this game or it'll work out next game. I feel like it seems like it would be really in his favor being up a game. To, like,
being up
do
again, it's like, something like outlandish like that.
Chance. Yeah.
But now they're going through that really great moment where he gets his first.
Oh yeah, now this is the great moment where he gets to
Let
look
me
through
count
his
the number
deck
of
and figure out
ritual spells I
what
have.
exactly do I have.
He gonna send you. I would feel so lucky. Uh-oh, they're discovering stuff.
I'm hearing a lot of laughter. Like, I feel like the scariest thing oh god, that's a flying C in his hand.
Oh. No, okay, so look. I think Flying C is actually broken in the Necros mirror. Not really. I've never actually tried it, but like, is this idea I've had that like it should be good because I'll just use it when they have.
When they go into like Manju and Unicorn, and you drop it and you force them to keep a field.
And yeah, exactly. And like,
because it's
no
like
way
if they want to tribute off the Flying C, then they can't. Yeah, they can't do that and have an open board.
I was thinking about it, you would have to wait until Valk hits the board, because otherwise they could just play a Ritual Spell and then tribute the Flying Sea.
Yeah, that's fair.
And something
that's
else,
fair.
but like as soon as Valk hits the board, you can drop it, and like there's no way they can get enough monsters on the field, off the field, to not get trished.
That's cute. Like, it seems kind of gimmicky,
I spend so much time thinking of gimmicky stuff, because like, gimmicky stuff just... It's gimmicky until it's really good.
Yeah.
And then, like, when it's really good, like, okay, cool.
Exactly.
Broken.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that ends up like that, where it's like, I have no idea if this is actually any good.
Okay, alright,
but
so
then it's...
the most gimmicky idea we had for, right when the clowns came out, we were practicing for the 25K, and we were gonna go activate Kaleidoscope, summon Unicorn, get Brio, get Great Sorcerer, summon it, and summon a clown. And then we were going to make Alchemy Magician.
Oh, I heard about that. And then you use it to set Mistaken Rest.
Mistaken Rest for 3 turns in a row. That was one of the more gimmicky things we came up with. I thought that was kind of cool. It sucked, don't worry. But, like, it sucked because, like, Mistaken Rest lasts through your next end phase. So, like, what ends up happening is neither of you can do anything for 3 turns.
Okay, you swing for 15 for 3 turns, but that doesn't do anything.
Turn to be able to search cards. So it ended up sucking, but, like, I was like, this is a cool idea. You could, like, put up a Valk with it or something. It'd be pretty good. Ah, man. If someone sided out Trish, like, that would be insane if, like, the other person didn't.
Like, the big things I'm concerned about, like, less about what ends up getting stuck in your deck and more about what's not in your deck, where it's like, well, who lost the most ritual spells? If you're playing the game with 3 ritual spells,
right.
Like, you're not gonna win.
Desmond just set a card. He said roll a decree or something.
Probably. I could see that. I didn't even realize this was the next turn. It's just like... Oh, yeah, and then...
That's not game.
That's 14 short. I'm remembering, I saw someone playing Ring of Destruction in their Necros deck for the mirror match a while ago, because it was like, oh, like if you end up doing like that play and you swing, you bring them to 14, and if you have the ring, then you kill them the instant they summon a Jew.
That's funny.
7, 6, 9. Again,
I damage juggler
the cowboy.
0, 7, 6, 9.
Broken.
Who's like sack the Flying Sea to draw a card. See, that's the other thing though that's like crazy about Necros is just because of Valk being able to turn any monster into a new draw. Like you can play all kinds of cards that are suboptimal in acceptance specific, like niche cards, and it's just like, well, if I draw them and I don't need them, I sack them off.
We thought about main decking Retaliating Sea. So you could normal summon it and tribute it for Valk,
and search
Maxi against like Burning Abyss and stuff. So like even in times where it's bad, like it's obviously good against Shaddolls and it's good against, and it's good in the mirror match. And then like even in times it's bad, like you can still like normal summon and tribute to get Maxi.
Yeah, that's.
And
like,
it's a +1
I could
when
see
you
that.
do it.
Yeah, it's like when the Shaddol Necros was like the big thing. Like there's just so much value when you'd see someone like summon Valk and tribute off like Dragon and Beast, and then pop a backer and draw another card. Like the cons kind of like replace that for the same concept of I can, I think it was at the 25K. I saw someone mind control their opponent's Valk, use the Valk to tribute a, or no, it wasn't mind control. It was Puppet Plant. Puppet Plant the Valk, and then use it to tribute off a clown and a juggler, and then draw 2, get the clown to the field, get a hat tricker, make trapeze, and let the Valk that he stole attack twice and die.
I was gonna say, like,
His tempo plays.
That's really just his fault, because like in that format, you can't end game 2. Like if it's game 2 and 3, like if you enter turn with Valk on the field,
yeah,
like that just sucks. Like you're going to die. Like he didn't know how to play that format.
All right, looks like he rotated, went through his deck, and just like, yeah, there's nothing that helps me here. All right, so I wonder if are they going to do that again? I can see them being like, all right, let's shuffle everything back in, take out another 14 random cards.
Yep,
that way it's different this time.
Let me see. Oh, wow.
They're like, what got sided out? Oh, he sided out both his Clasoluses, so that's why that Rhoda didn't do anything.
And Trip.
Oh, and Trip. So he literally had no
That's
targets?
crazy. He just activated Rhoda and did not have a target in his deck.
Wow.
Turn 2, after passing with a set card.
Oh my god. It's like the craziest thing. Are they doing it again? Or are they going to play game 3 for real?
Nah, I don't know what's going on.
I think they're playing game 3 for real.
Desmond's a little bit risk averse. I don't think he's going to do a game 3.
That's fair.
Oh man.
They're gonna see a little spike through it.
I'm just trying to, yeah, like they're playing real games, so. But that was pretty funny, where it's just like, oh my side, it's like, oh, you sided out literally all of your Rhoda targets and you drew Rhoda. That's how you lose games with Necros, is to play nothing you can search with Rhoda.
It happens. If you do that.
If you do that.
I've only done that once ever. It was like a regional in like 2007. I was playing Baboon Burn. Like I attacked my Nimble Momonga and I went to go search my deck, and the other two were in my side deck.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, never mind.
Brunner, who got it? You or Sanders? No, I don't think they're putting Emptiness back in. I think they're still keeping Emptiness out, but they're like actually siding for real this time instead of doing the let's literally side 14 or shuffle everything in and take out 14 random cards. Like 14
it's taking a long time to side out random cards now.
And we got, all right, we still have 15 minutes, so plenty of time for.
After Desmond got destroyed game 2. That's kind of crazy. I think this match has been like 4 turns total.
Something like that.
And it's just been 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, Brunner won against Sanders in the last round, so Brunner finished X1.
Michelle?
Oh, hey, Lionel.
You made the mistake of sitting on that side of the table.
What did you finish? Oh, that's too bad.
It was actually early.
Yeah, Sanders had the feature match against BA where he literally just lost to turn 1. Like he lost game 1 to just getting rushed down with he like took 75 and there was a barber under one of the Dantes. And then game 2 was literally summon. It was literally special. It was like special barber sack for Venice Fiend offer handshake. Like it was like he didn't do anything that game.
Yeah, cycle and whatever that is.
It's a read.
That's a Manju, yeah.
70 minutes in the final round, and they begin.
Depending on what exactly Nicolai does here, that retaliating seat could be really painful.
Did you get Brio?
Yeah, you
It actually sucks to get Brio. Like, you pretty much never want to have to. Like, don't get me wrong, you have to a lot of the time, but like, you never really want to because like if you get
like,
Strit and then you use it and then you get a Brio, it's a Brio you can't use, so you don't really have a way to get like search for Valk. So like adding Brio kind of sucks. Oh, he just passed. All right.
So yeah, he has. Looks like Nicolai also has an instant fusion. I didn't catch what the rest of it was, but
Desmond's got a good hand. He could probably kill him. Necros mirrors suck. Now. Oh, Desmond's hand must not have been that good. He just rammed.
like, I didn't catch exactly what he had. I saw a lot of orange, so.
Yeah, Colossus and Colossus got the Kaleido, but like.
Yeah, I know he has the Unicorn, but I don't know what else he has. Like.
Or he just like crashed. I mean.
Oh, he crashed in laundry.
Yeah.
Passed.
And then like.
Interesting.
He's got a few.
Yeah, there's two cycles in his hands.
I think he's got at least one more, maybe two more.
Yeah. Well, there's he has a retaliating C and two other effect monsters. I didn't catch what they were.
Oh, cool. He probably can't die if he has a retaliating C.
He has a Veiler.
I don't know if I would Veiler that if I knew my opponent had Bionic in hand.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, yeah, I just probably would Veiler that if my opponent had Bionic in hand. And like, search Bionic, so. I think he just
I'm trying to think if he.
Maybe not. Nah, I guess he's doing math. I don't know.
Okay.
No, he attacked.
Yeah, there's the attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, and Desmond is no longer at 14. He just took 14.
He just took 14.
So he's at 66. They didn't reset life after. Oh, and this is round 7, not round 7 up next.
What's up? Yeah. You gonna go pass out? Cool. Not pass out yet.
Cool. So he's brewing. What is he brewing for?
Brewing for. What's that? Unicorn?
Yep. And he's just gonna.
Discarding it to.
Go back to Brio.
That is not a good play.
I don't know what the rest of his hand is, but it does not seem like a good play.
I don't think it matters. Like that actually just doesn't seem like a good
not in the mirror match.
Like
it's a decent play against like other OTK decks, but I wouldn't do that in the mirror match.
Yeah,
like if he has Valk.
That's what you know. His opponent's hand's got to be like pretty weak. Cause like that play just sucks. Actually, like.
It looks like Nicolai has double cycle, the Brio.
Yeah, Maxi.
And.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, the Maxi. But I don't see him winning this in this position unless Desmond like pushes really hard through the Maxi, gets stops, and like I feel like if he plays this safe, he can't lose this game.
I think.
Force of Will. If I could have Derek, Jason, Christopher, and Keith, I think I'm please.
Desmond has a Junin, and he probably.
I think he does at least.
Huh?
I think he does at least.
Yeah, I think he does too, and I think he should have like summoned it first so he could get Valk.
Is that a Drew? Like he has 3 effect monsters in his hand, but one's a retaliating C, and the other one looks like
the way that Desmond could lose this game is like he tries to trish him, and then he gets trished back on his trish, and then like.
Is that another effect failure? Oh, he has another effect failure.
But for that to matter, Desmond would have had decided out Dance Princess.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, that's how this is going to happen, and then Desmond's going to play Dance Princess, and then like.
I'm just trying to catch exactly what's in his hands, like what the effect monsters is. One's a retaliating C, the other one looks like it's a. One of them looks like it was a Veiler and a Maxi. It's
really
either a
great
Veiler or a
game.
Clown. So yeah, lots of hand traps.
Believe me, that was mine.
So
Sold it.
Nicolai's taking 900 damage here.
He's like, should I use some giant hand instead of softboarding? He's like, giant hand. Like, yeah,
Yeah, Max C, Veiler, and Retaliating Seer, the 3 effect monsters.
Okay, so he doesn't have another
He
Jew?
doesn't have another Jew, which explains why he held up.
And he searched what off the Herald?
I searched Brio, I believe, and he's just sitting on it.
It's not LOB though. Sorry.
I like this. I like newer printing also.
I think you should have used Brio. It's really right to like pass with a Brio in your hand. Because like you want to be able to use Brio every turn, and like you could Brio for Shrit this turn, so that like next turn
You can just
could,
Shrit for the Brio and then Brio for whatever else you need.
Exactly. Like I don't think it was probably right to like add Brio and not use it.
Oh, hey, Joe. As far as I know, from GA, Bruner finished X1. I don't know if there's anyone else from GA in top tables that made it. Alright, so swinging over with Valk for 600 damage.
Yep.
They're just both playing super passively.
I think what's happening is like Desmond wanted him to summon a Trish so he could Veiler it and
Yeah.
then Trish him. But like he's not going for it.
Yeah, he is veiling the Valk though, so it can't tribute itself off.
While like that's kind of legitimate.
Like it's the
At
same
the
concept.
time,
Make it so that
it still
I can't get
kind
off
of
the board.
sucks because like if he just doesn't do it, it gives Desmond like so many draws to like just win the game. Like he's not putting him on any kind of clock.
Okay, so he doesn't Veiler the Valk. Valk resolves.
I probably wouldn't Veiler either.
And he tributes
Because,
itself in the Trish to draw 2.
If you really the only thing you're scared of is like Masquerade. So,
Yeah.
like,
And he's been playing passively enough that it's not something that you legitimately have to feel afraid of. Like, I feel like if he had a play to push with a Masquerade, he probably could have made it already. Like, he can make, he has a Jew in his graveyard, so he can make Masquerade next turn if he gets enough stuff to other push.
Masquerade and Trish are the only things he's afraid of. He doesn't like care if he lets the Valk draw, because what would happen is like Desmond would end up Trishing him, and then like he would have his Trish stuck on board, and then he would get a Trish back, and then like Desmond would lose. So like there's just no point in Veiling Masquerade or Veiling the Valkyries there.
So there is a back row. Oh my god. I wonder if it's going to happen.
What did he draw?
I don't know what that back row is, but I do know that in an earlier feature match, he won game 3 in a mirror match with Mirror of the Ice Barrier.
Oh, that's crazy.
And if that ends up happening here, like, granted, in this case, Desmond has a lot more
Let's
cards
see,
to
he's
fall
like-
back on, but
I don't really know how like good his opponent is, but like if it were
Nicolai's one of the
shared
better
ride-
players in the state. So
Huh?
Nicolai's one of the better players in the state. So
Okay, I was gonna say because like I would think that if he isn't very good, then like if his set were shared ride, he'd flip it. But like if he knows better, that like Desmond could just pass and like shared ride wouldn't do anything. So there's no point in like flipping shared ride until you put a monster on the field.
yeah.
So like if it were shared ride, he'd do it here regardless. And what is it?
I didn't
Oh, he
catch
didn't.
what
Oh,
it
he
was.
didn't. I thought it was just like a
He's
crazy
looking at it.
glare for a second. Nah, alright, so I'm guessing it's not a shared ride then. Alright, so I'm thinking it probably is mirror because like it has.
Like that's the only play I can think that it would be
The main
there.
thing
But
is like
I'm not
his
sure.
opponent was like thinking about whether or not he wanted to respond, but like if it's shared ride, you flip it there. And
Yeah.
if it's not shared ride, it's nothing. So like he's trying to get Desmond to think he's thinking about it, but like
Yeah.
he's not thinking about flipping anything there. So he's trying to make it seem like it's not Mirror the Ice Barrier. Like he's trying to like hide it, I think.
Yeah.
And like I'm pretty sure it just is Mirror the Ice Barrier. And like Desmond's actually just pretty good at catching stuff like that. So I would be very surprised if like
I
the Mirror
don't know
didn't
if he
just sit
knows
there
that.
dead the entire rest of the game now.
Like, I don't know if he knows that, if Nicolai is playing it or not. Like, it was something that caught
It
all
doesn't
of us
matter.
by
Like
surprise.
I don't know. A lot of the time when he tests it, it's just like if you do something like that where it's like, all right, if it were shared ride, you'd flip it. If it weren't, you would just be like, that's fine, and like there would be nothing to think about. So like the fact that he's thinking
Yeah.
about that, like just should set something off in Desmond's head. Be like, he's trying to do
The only other
something.
thing
Something's
the only
up.
other thing
like-
that would be like debatable oh, do I use it as if it was something like a breakthrough skill or something? But that doesn't seem like something you'd be playing in Necros.
yeah, I haven't really. Yeah, I wouldn't think he would side break through him.
Or like a far stretch, like maybe something like
What are you gonna torrential Jew? Like,
yeah, it's like you're not going to TT that.
you would definitely flip shared ride. Like, he's 100% just like ineffectively. Like, this is a perfect example of he's trying to bluff, and it's like he shouldn't have, and because he did, it just gave away the fact that like, yeah.
Well, we'll see what ends up happening here because we are getting a short search.
I guess he could also be trying to hide it as like torrential, but like either way, it just comes like off incredibly obvious that he's trying to hide it as
Yeah.
being something it's not. Don't try and bluff me. I get you.
So what does it do here? Instant fusion comes out now. Mirror. There's another unicorn. Gonna overlay those first.
That's game. He's gonna play those division, make Masquerade with Trapeze.
Oh yeah, and Masquerade Trapeze, that's 79.
Yep. Alright, so we better hope he was hiding torrential.
Yeah.
Because if it was Mirror, he's definitely done for.
Like, my least favorite part about this play is that it isn't 8,000s, but in this case it doesn't need to be.
Yu-Gi-Oh players, that is time in the round.
That is
If you
a-
are still in a match.
Desmond's
please
usually
proceed
pretty
to
good at,
advanced
like, picking up
procedures.
on,
If
like-
you need assistance with these procedures, please
There's
raise
nothing
your
he would be
hand,
thinking
call for
about
a
here.
judge. Once again, that's time in the round. If you need assistance with end-of-match procedures, please raise your hand and call for a judge.
Was it? Yep, it was Mirror. I saw the spell.
Looks like. Yeah, it was the mirror.
Don't bluff me.
We kind of made a big deal about it earlier. And a lot of people ended up learning about it.
The Trapeze Magician.
These should be ciphers.
Alright, so Desmond takes that match, and most likely will be making it into the top 8.
Damn it, we have to stay for him now. Nah, cool.